Go!
All right, so I'm on the Lynn County Food Systems Council. We had a project that's been floating around our table for a while called the Photo Voice Project. As a council, one of our responsibilities is to do some educational things for the community. And since we are relating to the food systems, hunger is always a topic that gets brought up. And the Photo Voice Project was to raise awareness around hunger and how it's a big problem nationally, but also locally within Cedar Rapids. There's, I'm not going to know the exact number, but it's like 26,000 individuals struggle with hunger in Lynn County, which is a huge number. And as like the place where food is grown, it's also kind of sad that we have so many people facing hunger when there's so much food being grown around us. But photo voice is actually a term used by public health, and it's giving the individuals the power to share their story. So we wanted to capture what hunger looks like for Lynn County, and we gave the power of that storytelling to those individuals. So we gave disposable cameras to document their food story, and then we also interviewed them. And this is what last year the students put together. It's a display board that actually is kind of circulating through our partners that are really focused.
Do you know where it's at right now?
I think it's at Mercy Medical Center right now.
Awesome.
Because right now there's the Freedom from Hunger drive going on. I don't know if any of you guys have seen some of those logos around town, but a lot of organizations are sponsors for that, and so you can donate food there. Hy-Vee usually does, they do like a milk drive, but sometimes you can donate parts of your, like get it to the next dollar and the change goes to an organization. But yeah, it's circulating around our partner organizations that are part of the Freedom from Hunger. And on the board, we have several different stories of individuals that the students interviewed, typed it up, and then put their picture, if they were willing to, on there. And then we also have, and hopefully I can maybe bring it in if folks get on this project for this semester. But we have the facts, or stats there, pictures. So the pictures, like I said, they took the camera, took pictures through their day of what hunger means to them, or what their struggle is with food. So we put those on there. And then all the students that were on the project also put on the board something they learned or their takeaway from that project, which was pretty powerful. I don't know if you...
There was a lot that we learned. It's one thing to hear a project pitch from a teacher, but I'm going to give it to you guys as someone who was on it on the team last year. So kind of what we did was, obviously, I think as you can figure out from last, the thing I just did before this, kind of my role in the group was to record the interviews and whatnot. But it ended up being a lot more than that for me. Like I remember when we started, we didn't even know like really what food insecurity was. Like all the group mates were like, what? Like we had to find like a definition. That was one of the first things that we did. And really, we learned a lot. We got to meet a lot of really interesting people. And kind of what it looked like as we made that poster to spread awareness around Lynn County and kind of show food insecurity. Like I remember one of the facts that I learned is I go to WASH, and it's about half. It's 48%. I think that was the thing last year. Is 48% of all the students at WASH are on free and reduced lunch, which is quite a high number when you think about it. And there's what was it, like 25,000 people were eligible for like
I think it was,
yeah, for assistance. I think, and that's a huge number. So there's quite a bit that we learned. We got to meet a lot of really cool people. We got to look into aquaponics. We got to what else did we do? We got to go to a lot of food pantries, interview people. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, and so they created that board, and at the end they presented. So our council reports to the Lynn County Board of Supervisors, and so they presented in May to the Board of Supervisors, and it was a very, very powerful experience. I was with the students this whole time, but to see them up there talking to these elected officials about this issue and having them say, all right, come back to us in a couple months here and make sure that we're putting the money where we should be, not just telling you, yeah, this is a problem, yeah, we should do something about it. Actually, the money is where you know that they support your issue. If they're putting money towards something, that's when you know that they support it. So they've presented, and we'll, like I said, probably want to follow up with the Board of Supervisors this semester, but the project for this semester that we didn't get to last semester just because of time.
Is this video?
Yeah, is putting together a video. So we have interviews from folks that we have all the video footage of it, but we gotta kind of shorten it down because we have like 3 hours or something.
It's like 160 gigabytes just worth of video.
Yeah, we have a lot of video.
It's quite a bit.
But we want to get it down to maybe like a 2-3 minute video that we can put out through social media, since that is like the means of communication these days.
Be able to show it at events.
Yep, show it at events. Just get it out to whoever we can to show that this is something our community's facing. Yeah.
If this project might be for you, if you are really interested in helping other people and actually making a change within our community, I'd really recommend this to you, as well as since we're going to be focusing more on the social media and video media aspect this year. If you are interested in capturing, you might also be interested in this, because that's what got me in here. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, or if you're interested in government too, like we
Yeah.
mentioned earlier, there's gonna be a lot of kind of behind the scenes research that goes in before we jump into the video, just understanding hunger and how it's all of the pieces that have gotten us to where we are today. So also government kind of history stuff brought in there too.
There's a lot of networking involved with this project, so
Yeah.
you're able to, I was able to meet a lot of people who are pretty involved in politics through this project, and that was pretty neat.
So this is right too, I want to make a comment about the courses you're going to choose.